The following program contains naughty bits.
Ladies and gentlemen, on today's celebration of the male gaze, and oh my goodness me, you don't have to be gay to appreciate this fine specimen of ladies right here. A favorite of dads back in the 70s and 80s, maybe even the early 60s. Pans people, I celebrate these women all the time. And here's my favorite member of that crew, the late great Ruth Pearson. But let's have a bit of a ogle, shall we? There's Babs. I think that's Babs. I don't know who you are. There's Babs, Robert Powell's wife. Oh, hello. Oh my goodness me. Yes, 60s dancing in the best way possible. They look like Christmas crackers waiting to be opened up. Oh my goodness me, Ruth in those white booty wooties. But let's get on with today's video, you shenanigans. If you can see what I'm looking at on my other monitor, you'll be rather impressed, and you'll see that in a very few seconds. But I will say, folks, Call of Duty, a once celebrated gaming franchise, has suddenly, and well, not really suddenly, it happened with Battlefield as well when they rebooted that and put female fighters into the game, and even disabled ones at that, because that all existed, folks, in World War I. But no, it gets so much more worse today.
He can hear its heartbeat.
For a modern gaming audience.
He knows it's out there.
Whoa, what was that?
It has no motive.
Oh my god. Baby, that's why we're here.
He knows what it can do.
Go have a coffee with your marketing team and just terrify them.
Now it's really pissing him off.
Eat lightning and shit thunder with Jason King on Kung Fu Hot Dog.
Activision injects gender ideology into upcoming Call of Duty Black Ops 6. Now, when I first saw this article, I was thinking, is that Park Place trying to clutch at straws here? Are they really delving and digging deeper into something that doesn't exist? Well, unfortunately, when you see this character design right here, this is all you need to know already. Now, am I excited for Black Ops 6? No, I'm not. Definitely not. My disinterest, my apathy with Call of Duty has long expired. I always play the old games again because they're fantastic. But it seems now that Activision, again, now a Microsoft company, Microsoft obviously embedded with the DEI and ESG crapola that's out there, they will obviously force this into Activision. Again, I really have no idea why Activision wanted to be bought up by Microsoft. It's a weird thing. I was supportive of it a while back, but obviously when you look at the grand scheme of things, it's just Microsoft trying to get a firm grip on the video games industry. They want to become this monolith that cannot be opposed. And again, that whole FCC regulation committee should have probably stamped their foot down harder and prevented the deal from going through. But it's Microsoft's problem now, and good luck to Phyllis Spencer, a guy I used to like once. So there's a ton of information about COD 6, including the various gameplay modes, roadmaps, and operators the game will feature. This included an operator named Walter Rossi that is being used to inject gender ideology into a very manly game. Now look, when I've played Breakpoint, Ghost Recon from Ubisoft, I play as a female character. I can make her look hot, I can make her go into action, and it's great. Doesn't break my immersion. So in a blog post, Activision shared that Rossi is part of Crimson One, which is a CIA operation that was initiated to hunt down the Rogue Squad. The team is officially sanctioned by the CIA and has access to all intel and tools to get the job done. It's made up of elite black ops who will go out there and finish the task. led by the imposing Jackson Kane, which is a badass name already. With the CIA infiltrated, Crimson One represents the CIA operation initiated to hunt down and silence Alder, Woods and their team permanently, the company added. So here's the lineup right here. It looks good, nothing to worry about. Again, Rossi here just looks terrible with that ridiculous man cut on her head. From there, it provided brief intel reports on all operators. In the character's description, the company described Walter Rossi using their and them pronouns rather than he or she, a clear indication the character is suffering from any number of disorders and likely not fit to be a black ops specialist. Nevertheless, the background, not the background description states, a street smart rogue with a blue blood pedigree, Walter Rossi is an enigma who left the comfort of aristocracy to forge a new name as a human specialist. If you don't know what human is, folks, it's someone who works deep undercover for a government agency, and they have somebody in that agency they trust with their lives to feed them back valuable intel. I should know, I used to work for government anti-terrorist organizations back in the day in 2012 to 2014. Their ties to the Lutazi family give them unique insight into Avalon. It's no surprise what a character such as Rossi was injected into Call of Duty Black Ops 6 back in May. Former World of Warcraft Mark Kern team leader Grums reported that the company was installing DEI officers on every single development team to ensure the agenda was being propagated throughout the company and its products. He wrote on X, DEI officers are installed. Of course they are. Of all the AAA studios out there, my dev friends and contacts have come forth to tell me that Ubisoft and Activision are the very worst, who love to have a bratwurst shoved up their booty wooties. It's a look at this. Here's the breakdown. It's just really sad to look at, isn't it? It's terrible beyond belief. And don't forget the trans bullets and the trans guns for Pride Month. I mean, when is Call of Duty all about pride and trans stuff? It's so ridiculous. You even have Donald Trump. I don't like to bring that guy into the proceedings, but we've got to talk about him briefly, right? Where if he wins the election this year, he's going to make sure that he removes DEI and ESG nonsense from the military, because you want hardened men to protect you, to protect the country, don't you? Oh, look at me, I'm Dylan Mulvaney. I'm here to join the army. Cooey.
Can I be in charge for a while? Sir, yes, sir. Are you shook up? Are you nervous? Sir, I am, sir. Do I make you nervous? Sir! Sir, what? Are you about to call me an asshole?
Nobody wants that dog shit in the army. Nobody does. The army's about being manly. And look, you can have female members in the army too, but the women have to remember they won't be capably strong of doing certain things that their male officers, biologically male speaking, can do, right? You've even seen it in training videos where you got to climb up a wall, and some women don't have the actual strength to do that, so they might skip that test and run around the wall, right? We even saw that in An Officer and a Gentleman, where Lisa Eilbacher was being shouted at by Louis Gossett Jr. to climb up that wall, Seagar, and she eventually did it because that's a Hollywood film by Taylor Hackford, you know, Mrs. Helen Mirren himself.
You really want to be a man, Seagar? You another one of those little girls who didn't get enough of your daddy's attention because he really wanted a son, Seagar? Oh, that's it. That's it. That's what'll beat you every time, Seagar.
But in the case of that 1982 movie, you rooted for her because it's a Hollywood film, baby. But in real life, it wouldn't be like that. And yes, some women can probably climb over that wall at an army military training exercise. But in the real world, If you're going to scale up a wall or anything else, you might have to leave it up to the G.I. Joes to do that for you instead. And on that one, ladies and gentlemen, if you were me and if I were you, you may wish to return for the next video.
Nice. Your fruit killing skills are remarkable. Captain Price wants to see you.